the panning on this song is pretty epic. Like the full voice of, I think it's Paul, is coming from both headphones. But then in the background on the left ear, you can hear him say, all the lonely people. Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in a church where a wedding has been. What? Wait, who is Eleanor Rigby? Does she even exist? Am I the only person this late to a Beatles party? What's going on here? But wait, pull up a chair, pour yourself a beverage of choice. But if you're a returning viewer, it's nice seeing you again, because today we're diving into one of music's greatest mysteries. So without further ado, roll that intro. Bear Army. Today we're exploring a song that's not only a timeless classic, but one shrouded in intriguing mysteries and lyrical brilliance. That song? Eleanor Rigby, by none other than one of the greatest bands to ever play music, the Beatles. And yes, embarrassingly, this is my first real dive into this legendary track. Better late than never, am I right? Released on August 5th, 1966 as part of the Beatles' groundbreaking album, Revolver, Eleanor Rigby marked a radical departure from their earlier pop sound. Crafted primarily by Paul McCartney with some lyrical input from John Lennon and George Harrison. The song is famous for the haunting string arrangement composed by the Beatles producer, George Martin. Now, here's the burning question. Who was Eleanor Rigby? Paul McCartney originally named the character Daisy Hawkins, later choosing Eleanor after actress Eleanor Braun, who starred alongside the Beatles in the movie Help. The surname Rigby? Well, that came from a wine shop Paul spotted called Rigby and Evans Limited. But here's the twist. In the churchyard of St. Peter's Church in Liverpool, there actually is a gravestone with the name Eleanor Rigby, something McCartney claims is purely coincidental. Spooky. Ooh, that would be spooky. Fun fact alert, despite its legendary status, Eleanor Rigby never topped the UK singles charts, peaking at number 11. However, it did snag a Grammy in 1966 for Best Contemporary Rock and Roll Vocal Performance. Not bad for a song without any traditional rock instruments. No guitars, no drums, just strings. The song was revolutionary, diving into the themes of loneliness and existential despair, making it one of the first pop songs to tackle such profound issues. Its haunting lyrics, all the lonely people, where do they all come from, still resonate deeply with listeners today. Here's some bonus fun facts. None of the Beatles played instruments on this track. Yes, you heard that right. It was purely a double string quartet arranged by George Martin. The initial lyric, Father McCartney, was changed to Father Mackenzie to avoid confusion about Paul's father. Rolling Stone magazine ranked Eleanor Rigby number 138 in their list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. So there we have it, Bear Army. Eleanor Rigby, a masterpiece packed with mystery, groundbreaking innovation, and some oddly coincidental history. So I'm ready to get into this. I hope you're ready to get into this. So without further ado, let's head over there.
Look at all
I like that.
Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in the church where a wedding has been. Lives in a dream, waits at the window, wearing the face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong?
You can hear the loneliness. I like the way the strings are playing off on this track. It's a little different. It's more somber.
Father Mackenzie, writing the words of a sermon that no one will hear. No one comes near, look at him working, darning his socks in the night when there's nobody there. What does he care? All the lonely people, where do they all come from? All the lonely people, where do they all belong? Ah, look at all the lonely people. Ah, look at all the lonely people. Eleanor Rigby died in the church and was buried along with her name. Nobody came, Father Mackenzie, wiping the dirt from his hands as he walks from the grave. No one was saved, all the lonely people. Where do they all come from?
Whoa. I literally just heard something that I probably wouldn't have noticed unless I was listening to it with headphones. The panning on this song is pretty epic. Like the full voice of, I think it's Paul, is coming from both headphones. But then in the background on the left ear, you can hear him say, all the lonely people. I can't sing, but it's pretty epic. It actually gives it a little extra feel. It's like somebody from back here is talking to you from your left. It's pretty epic. Right there. Right there. Very short song. So, yeah, very interesting song. Very interesting song. You know, was never really a big Beatles fan. I probably heard one or two tracks from them. I didn't really get into them. You know, like I said, I've always been, if you've heard of my other videos, I listen to a lot of heavy metal, a lot of that kind of music. I didn't really get into the Beatles. But, you know, this is a song that actually like caught me off guard. I know from what I've read and stuff like that about the Beatles, you know, getting new into music, the Beatles experimented a lot with music. Like they would do different things and they were really revolutionary in the music scene. So to hear something by the Beatles and actually listen to it, the panning of all the lonely people coming from your left side of your ear, it really catches you, especially if you're not listening to it with headphones. If you're listening to it like in a car or on a full system, you're probably not going to catch that. But listening to it and actually focusing on this track, it's something that really like, wow, whoa. Really brilliant track, really great. I loved a lot of what they did in this track. Very somberful, so it's not something I'd probably listen to on a regular, but a very, very intriguing track. And to find out that the Beatles didn't play any of the instruments, because I saw like 1950s reels and stuff like that of the Beatles, and you could see them all jamming. You know, they're all jamming and drumming. Pretty cool. Really enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on this. Do you love Eleanor Rigby? Is there a different song by by the Beatles that I should check out? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you all have a good day. God bless. And as always, deuces. Until next time, keep rocking. Keep the spirit of music alive. God bless everybody.